We welcome you back. Mark Kirk joining the race for the Senate yesterday, and while many Republicans are behind him, not everybody is happy with him.
Political analyst Thom Serafin joins us to talk about his chances and why some hardline GOP members are not a big fan of his. First of all, though, what do you think his chances are, depending on who wins for the Democratic nomination?
Well, looking this far out, I mean, the general election is in November. Right now, he doesn't have any real substantial opposition in the primary on February 2nd of next year. His chances are excellent. I mean, he's positioned to win. He just needs to be able to run through this primary without too much conservative opposition. He's a liberal. You know, when you see a Republican, you know, pro-choice, he's a supporter of the gay movement. He does a lot of things that normal conservatives in the Republican Party here in Illinois have looked the other way and gone the other way. But he'd be an excellent general election candidate. And if he goes into this thing without too much primary opposition, he wins. And that's going to be a Donnybrook. And right now, based on what national polls are showing, the Republicans are making headway into this off-year election. Traditionally, the office of the presidential party is usually down some in 2010 in the off years. He's got a good shot at it, and polls indicate that.
It seems to me he has the state party blessing, obviously, with Andy Buchanan being there, but then Jim Edgar comes out. And people in this state love Jim Edgar.
And Governor Jim Thompson. I mean, he's got a lot of the big shots. Christine Radoni, who runs the Senate, the Republican senator. Tom Cross is with him. I mean, he's got a lot of the organization Republicans with him. The poll that was taken in May by the Chicago Sun-Times has him 1 point ahead of Alexei Giannoulis, another point ahead of Mr. Kennedy, who's thinking about running. And with the independents, he's actually ahead by 10 points. So, I mean, he's been able to bridge that gap. Remember, the congressional area where he runs from is a Democrat area. I mean, this is a positive for the Democrats when he leaves that office, because Obama won that seat with 61%. Kerry won it with 52% when he ran for president. Al Gore won that with 51%. I mean, Mark Kirk has been swimming upstream up in the North Shore and been successful up there. Yeah. But that congressional seat's going to be redistricted out of Illinois, because Illinois is going to lose another congressional seat next year. So, I mean, it's a smart move for him to make this jump into this higher ring.
This cap and trade energy tax bill that he voted for certainly has a lot of GOP upset with him right now. How much of a source of a contention is this going to be for him in the race?
Well, you know, people are wondering why he made that decision. On Sunday, there was a hearing, not a hearing, but a meeting with the Wheeling Township Republicans. He attended that hearing, and he tried to explain why he voted to that group. And he had promised that group a few weeks earlier he probably would not have voted for cap and trade. He went ahead and voted for the cap and trade. That's a tough vote. I don't understand the politics of that vote for him. Only the half a dozen to, I think, 8, 9 Republicans nationally voted for that particular piece of legislation. It's supposed to be a job killer, a tax increaser. He says he's a fiscal conservative, but the problem with that cap and trade is a lot of people are going to have to pay a lot more, especially small business. And when you start campaigning in Southern Illinois, about 45% of the Republican vote in the primary comes from Southern Illinois and downstate. That's coal country. That's coal country. Right. So he's got a lot of talking, a lot of explaining to do. He's pretty good at it. You know, if he runs as a fiscal conservative, as far as lower taxes are concerned, if he runs on the fact that he hasn't pushed any of his earmarks, he's been against that, and runs strong on the military. He's a military officer in naval intelligence. He's actually the only congressman that sometime that served in a combat zone in Afghanistan. If he runs strong on those particular issues, and that's where his base is right now, he could be very, very effective. But he's got to stay away from this cap and trade stuff.
We got to go, but does he get down south first, downstate?
Yeah, he has to. That's where the majority of the Republican vote is in a primary. Without a lot of opposition, he spends some time reclaiming that base. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Like you said, he's got to explain that cap and trade that he voted for, so
Thank you,
it'll be
Tom.
a tough one. Thank you, Tom.